Alright, so I've had a couple people ask me, Max, how do you have such amazing sound on your streams coming out of Cubase when I can't get sound to come out of Cubase? Because as you can, the way I've got it set up right now, I can press every single thing on here, and let me just make that see. Now you can see, and I'm hearing in my headphones, because these headphones are hooked into my DAW, I'm getting sound, but you are not getting sound. Well, what gives? Why don't you get sound? Well, it's a whole thing with how Cubase uses the ACO drivers, and it's not just Cubase, it's most DAWs. But there's a way around it. There's a couple ways around it. A lot of people recommend a driver called something banana? I don't remember what it's called right now. But it's effectively what it is it's a virtual mixing board on your computer. You have to set up all your paths and routing and everything, and it kind of makes life... If you can get it to work, it works perfectly. But I spent probably 4 hours following every tutorial I've found and could not get it to work. The next day, my buddy sent me a quick link to what he did, and within 5 minutes I was up and running and ready to go, because this is a much simpler option. So I'm going to quickly show you guys what that option is. I've already got the website up here. Vox and Go. This is an old plugin. It is a VST plugin. So it is specifically a VST effect that you can apply to any bus. And you might already know where this is going. What this is the Vox and Go recorder. And I'll put a link to this page in the description so you don't have to worry about searching through their site or anything. Honestly, I'm tempted to look through these guys' other stuff just to see what they have and potentially buy some stuff because of how amazing this recorder is. It is 100% free to use. The only thing is it's 32-bit instead of 64-bit, but no one's complained to me about any issues. I haven't noticed any issues yet. So what you're going to do is you are going to download this and put it into your regular VST folder. So I have a specific VST32 folder for my 32-bit VSTs that I put it into. Then you're going to go into Cubase, make sure that it is in a folder that Cubase is set to recognize. If not, then simply set Cubase to go and find it. If you do not know the code for that, not the code, but the menus for that, it's in your Cubase manual, but it is also, there's quite a few tutorials online on how to do it, or if you just go digging through the menus, which honestly I recommend doing anyway. If you're new to using any DAW, just dig through the menus. Don't be afraid to break stuff. Easily just don't hit save. Doesn't break anything. So, now we're in Cubase, and now I am using Cubase Pro 8. I don't know 100% all the hotkeys and everything for Cubase Pro 11, which I know just launched. But for me, it's F3 brings up our mixing console. And this is all you need to be able to get to once you have the recorder installed as a VST plugin. All you need to do is be able to get to here. You're going to go to Inserts, specifically on your stereo out. So this is your master bus. Open up your Inserts, and it'll come up under Recorder, Vox and Go Recorder, and it'll pop up this little thing here. You want to set the output to MME, and the MME device, set it to, for me, it's going to be my monitor, because I have all of my computer's audio running through my monitor out to my speakers. I set mine to 2 buffer. I have not noticed any issues having it at 2 buffer, but if you do notice you're getting a lot of artifacting, maybe don't do 2 buffer. Put a little bit more of a buffer in. Keep in mind, I'm using this for streaming, so delay isn't a huge issue. If you're trying to use this for listening back to music, I recommend finding a better option. Even just plugging, like these headphones are plugged directly into my DAW, which is getting the live audio straight out of Cubase. That's what I recommend for actually monitoring your music. Don't go through all the funky routing, because then you're introducing delay, and you want as little delay as possible when recording, performing, mixing, anything like that. So, but for just streaming, this works perfectly. So once you have this all set up, just hit start. It'll say it's running. It is not currently actually recording anything. All it is doing is routing audio. So you can close that, and we can close that. And now... Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are too kind. Too kind. Too kind with the applause. Too kind. That's my quick tutorial on how to get your audio out of Cubase and into OBS. The OBS settings for this are actually remarkably simple. Let me just crack open my settings panel and I'll drag it over here. So here you can see my OBS settings. Because I have it routing through what I know my default audio is, which is my LG monitor, I could just set this to the monitor. So you can have a specific output that you want your audio to run through. But I just have everything running through my default. And I just have that set to desktop audio too. I've got my Yeti mic set to my auxiliary microphone, and we're good to go. If you guys have any more requests for tutorials in regards to streaming gear, music stuff, recording, mixing, anything like that, let me know. If I don't already know the answer, I'll go out and find it because it's probably a question I want the answer to anyway. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to this video, or to this channel, for more information like this. And don't forget to tune in Friday nights, 10 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where I do my music production streams, where, you know, we learn a little bit about keyboard, we learn a little bit about guitar, we learn a little bit about us as people. Sometimes we just sit and talk about music theory for an hour, and then we get into playing stuff. It's a real good time. I highly recommend you come and hang out. Thank you so much, and have a good night.